Hey there, it's Shauna. I hope you're doing good. This is your weekly astrology forecast for the week of September 26th. And this week is all about expanding your capacity for beauty, which is really cool. So I have a few tips for you to really harness this energy to make it more meaningful for you, and a few things to watch out for as well. So I always like to start with the lunar cycle. So for a majority of the week, we're in the waning phase of the lunar cycle. We have a new moon in Libra on Friday the 30th. And so this is a new moon in Libra at 8 degrees of Libra, and it's at 5:11 p.m. Pacific time. And so a new moon always kicks off the start of a whole new lunar cycle. So we had the eclipses earlier this month, and that was a Virgo lunar cycle, Virgo Pisces cycle. So there was lots of healing and lots of exposing things that are really intended for your soul growth. So we're kind of like closing that chapter, so to speak, and then we're going to start a new chapter, which is Libran in nature. And Libra is all about relationships and harmony and balance and justice and beauty. And I think that beauty is a very subjective thing. One person could see something and think it's gorgeous and beautiful, and to another person it's like terrible. So with this new moon in Libra on Friday, you get to experience and expand what it is that you find beautiful. And the expansion part comes in because this new moon is conjunct Jupiter. And Jupiter expands whatever it touches. Jupiter itself is like this huge, massive planet. And whenever Jupiter makes an aspect to another planet, it expands that energy. So we're expanding our ability to have peace and justice and beauty, ultimately. Beauty is so soothing, and that's what Libra is really about. Libra is about being soothed by something that you find beautiful, by something that's calming to all of your senses. And this new moon is also sextiling Saturn, which is really cool because it energizes this part of us that wants to manifest, that wants to make things real. Saturn is all about making things real. And whenever a new moon aspects Saturn, I think it's really good for making your intentions a reality. So that's happening on Friday. So that's that kind of energy. We already have lots of Jupiter energy kind of like rolling off of this week as well, because the Sun and Jupiter conjuncted Sunday evening, like at like midnight on Sunday. It was exact. So we're already kind of like feeling into that big expansive energy that Jupiter creates. Jupiter is all-inclusive. Jupiter expands, and Jupiter encourages us to look at all of the possibilities and to do all of the things. So this can be good because it creates this vibe of wanting to include everyone and to look at all options and all possibilities, and it's like unlimited possibilities. And for this reason, Jupiter brings this light, happy kind of vibe. The downside of this, the shadow side of this, is Jupiter can sometimes encourage us to feel like we want to do everything. It can feel like you're being pulled in all directions. And it can feel like you are capable of doing that sometimes when Jupiter is around. So I would just notice this week how much you're taking on. I would pay attention to the ways in which you offer yourself out to another, especially because this is Libra energy, and how much you can actually do. Like when you say yes to something this week, is it realistic that you're going to be able to do it and to do it well? And are you going to be able to maintain your level of equanimity that really does justice to yourself? So that's something to keep in mind for this week as well. The other thing, and then I'll give you a few tips for this week, some practical stuff to do. The other thing this weekend is that Venus trines Neptune. And so I would pay attention this week to dreams that you have, because this is a harmonious aspect, so it's like a flowing aspect. Venus is in Scorpio, which is a very intuitive sign. It's a very sensitive sign. And Neptune, which is already about dream work, is in Pisces. So Venus is all about love and harmony and beauty as well. And so when these two planets connect in a way where they're both in water signs that are highly sensitive and intuitive, and they both have this like this vibe of dream and beauty and harmony kind of all like mashed together. It could be this weekend you could have some really cool dreams that that inform you about something, whether that's just a cool experience or something that you're struggling with, that you're trying to figure out. Or it could just be a really great time to do creative work. So if you want to try anything artistic, good weekend to do that, or just to write down your dreams. So just pay attention to that, what comes up for you. So I have 3 tips for you. So the first one is to muse this week. You can write it down, or you can just kind of keep it in the back of your mind, is what is beautiful to you. That is going to be a strong theme for this whole entire lunar cycle, because we're expanding that. So before you even get to the new moon on Friday, I want you to really think about what it is that you find beautiful. And this can be qualities, this can be situations, this can be feelings, sensations, it can be possessions even, whatever it is, that is unique to you. And so the more clear that you can get on that this week, the more momentum you will have to expand that in the coming month. So that's the second thing, is to write down your intentions for the new moon. Intentions, wishes, goals, whatever you want to call them. Write it down and be very specific on what it is that you would like to expand in your life. So this goes along with the Jupiter energy of expanding. Because this new moon is exact at 5:11 p.m., it's always good to write down the stuff that you're going to write down after it's exact. So that's what I would suggest. And then the third thing is just to really pay attention to what comes up for you this weekend. So it's kind of cool the way that it layers in, as we have the new moon on Friday, and then we have this really beautiful energy with Venus and Neptune coming together. Another caveat is that Venus and Neptune is not the most practical. So again, with the Jupiter energy expanding things, I encourage you to be very wary of what it is that you commit yourself to this week, because you may feel more optimistic than normal. So I say this, I don't want you to say no to things if it feels good to you, but I encourage you to just really know what it is that is important to you. It's good to prioritize, because it may feel like there's a lot happening and there's a lot of opportunities, which is good, but I want you to pick the opportunities that you value the most, because those are going to expand. And so we want what's most important to you to expand. So that is your horoscope for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a comment or share this video with a friend. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll have the link below. I post fun little things about the signs every few days or so, and you can find me there and connect with me. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love and wishing you an amazing week. Namaste. Mwah.